There are a lot of anime out there, and it's hard to remember every single one beat for beat, but there will always be anime that give me that warm, fuzzy feeling in my chest whenever I see their name. This is Fond Forgetfuls, and today's subjects are Hanamaru Youchien, or Hanamaru Kindergarten, an anime about 3 kindergartners vying for attention from their caretakers in increasingly adorable ways, and Kotoura-san, about a girl whose life has been difficult thanks to her mind-reading powers. It's often said that cute girls doing cute things genre is overcrowded or overrated, but as with most things, I think that's simply because of the cliches and lack of creativity and character design surrounding any medium. While Hanamaru is no exception to its use of cliches, as the 3 main characters fall well within your typical feisty go-getter, smart and quiet, and adorably cute personas, their choice to depict these archetypes as kindergartners separates the show from the pack in a visually distinct way. Additionally, allowing these characters to speak in complete sentences despite their young age, while remaining unable to totally communicate with their adult caretakers, is very reminiscent of the classic Nickelodeon cartoon Rugrats, which I grew up watching and may explain some of my fondness for this anime. Similarly, everything that happens between the kids is built up in their imaginations, rather than being rooted in reality, which allows the viewer to have both the characters making jokes and talking to one another in more than just baby speak, while still retaining their ability to be those small children in particularly cute moments interacting with their caretakers. The best part of the show, though, is the comedy, as these 3 get into a lot of different amusing adventures in a way only kids could, which might explain the reason Isekai has so many 15-year-old protagonists now that I think about it. Digression aside, watching these 3 interact with each other in their daily life has always managed to get a chuckle out of me, and while I can't really remember any particular moments, the ninja-like antics of the blue-haired quiet one amused me the most. There's difficulty in explaining just how especially heartwarming this anime was as a result of how long ago I watched it, but what I can say is that the feeling I have when I think about it is one of a fond smile, wistful reminiscence, and a vague sense of excitement to watch each episode. I personally binged it since it was finished when I watched it, and that may go towards some of my reasoning for enjoying it so much. On the other hand, watching slice of life anime week to week isn't nearly as troubling as serials, with their storylines continuing throughout the show. Suffice to say, Hanamaru Youchien is worth watching if you enjoy cute characters, adorably funny antics, and a slight romance angle between the 2 caretakers. There hasn't really been anything like it since, though Yuri's episodes with the main character's younger kindergarten sisters come close for me. Conversely, Kotoura-san is decidedly less adorable and sweet, with the first episode especially belying the rest of the show for the most part. Focusing on the titular character Kotoura, this slice-of-life anime detailing the friendships and club activities Kotoura finds herself in still retains some comedic elements. The budding romance between Kotoura and her love interest Manabe is also very sweet, with Manabe serving as the perfect self-insert for viewers wanting to protect Kotoura as a love interest. The other members of the club suitably fulfill the same role for the viewers not angling for making Kotoura their waifu. Forewarning, the first episode is, again, not an example of what the rest of the show will be, which is honestly a bit of a disappointment considering how good it was as a hook. There are a lot of shows that do this, with the most recent being the Shield Hero anime, where the nice dark hook is entirely separate from what's going to be happening later on. In other words, if you've seen Shield Hero and still liked it, you'll probably be right at home with Kotoura's lack of darkness and more emphasis on building the characters up from a low point than dropping them back into it, though it does come back later on in Kotoura-san. Yet, despite this false impression, I still found myself intrigued by the character, and found a standard romantic comedy suitable enough for my taste to keep me watching the whole way through. Hijinks and drama between members of a club got its roots in me way back in Haruhi Suzumiya, and the idea is a proven one to work, and thus I enjoy it as a rudimentary execution of the concept. Having a psychic involved is always fun. Like Hanamaru Youchien, however, I didn't watch this week to week, so that may be a big reason I found it so appetizing to watch again. Obviously, you viewers will be binging it as well, most likely, but I do want to mention that Kotoura-san at least probably would have suffered more from a week-to-week schedule because it's weaker as a show in general and does carry themes through episode to episode. Even still, I look back on it with fondness because of Kotoura-san's cuteness and her interactions with the others. Plus, the whole psychic thing is great for comedy, so go check it out. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Fond Forgetfuls. Don't forget to join me in the next one, or at least think of me fondly after you've already done so. See you next time.